This video will discuss how to complete page 2 of the reimbursement request form, the itemized list of expenses. There are 2 videos on this topic. In this video, we will show an example of a payroll reimbursement request. Each reimbursement request form should be for only one type of expense. For example, if you opened a COVID testing facility and are seeking reimbursement for both employees working overtime and the actual supplies used in the event, you would submit one full reimbursement form for the supplies and one full reimbursement form for the personnel hours. Each form would need its own set of supporting documentation. This helps keep our record straight, streamline the reimbursement process, and minimize the chances for duplication of benefits down the road. If you need more space, you can duplicate page 2 to ensure you capture all of your expenses. Just copy page 2 and insert the additional page or pages between the forms page 2 and page 3 before submission. The first most important thing to know about payroll reimbursement requests is that aside from the point of contact, no personally identifying information should appear anywhere on any piece of documentation we receive regarding any employee of your city. For our purposes, PII includes names, birthdays, social security numbers, phone numbers, addresses, next of kin, email addresses, or anything else one could use to discern the identity of another. Instead, use the employee's employee number or badge number as a means of identification. When requesting a payroll reimbursement, that badge or employee number should be in the item description column. Each employee, even where employees have identical pay and hours, should be listed as a separate line item for purposes of this reimbursement. Overtime also needs to be delineated from regular working hours, sick pay, and hazard pay. For example, if you have 5 bus drivers who transported people to testing sites, there should be 5 separate lines for reimbursement, one for each bus driver. Similarly, if you have 1 bus driver for whom you seek reimbursement for regular working hours, overtime, and hazard pay, each type of pay should have its own line. The quantity column should contain the number of hours worked in decimal form. The unit price should be the employee pay per hour. If the employee is salaried, please do the math to determine their hourly pay based on a 40-hour work week. The total cost should be the total amount for which the city is seeking reimbursement from paying that specific employee during that specific time period. Like with the itemized expenses sheet for supplies, please be sure to add the total cost of all itemized expenses at the bottom of the final sheet if you added additional itemized expense sheets. This concludes the page 2 presentation on itemized payroll expenses. The next video in the series is the tutorial on page 3, Other Funding Sources. If you have any questions about anything covered in this video, feel free to contact us via the information listed.